This Ridley Report is brought to you by Libertania.com.
Carla, whom I have the utmost respect for, she's a former attorney. She's brilliant with the law. She says all the time there is no rule of law. So that's why, in my humble opinion, people screw the government. I don't want anything to do with them. And I'm seeing it firsthand, having been arrested. Now I'm dealing with a lawsuit and just seeing how government agents lie and how it affects individuals.
Going that way, sir.
Why can't I go this way?
I give you an order and you're going to obey it. Do you hear what I said? You're going back, sir.
Street,
I'm
this
telling
is where I
you to
live.
Go back.
I'm going home to my house.
Well, you have to go around. Go down
This
that
is
way and
close.
make a left, okay?
Thank you very much.
Who told you can go this way?
The missus in the officer's uniform over there.
She said he can go this way? Did she tell him he can go this way?
Nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. I keep telling him.
You told him he can go this way?
She told me he could go down there.
You told him he can go this way? Okay, let's go.
Thank you, miss. Thank you very much.
So I didn't do any planning before I came here today. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about where I come from, why I now see why people get so upset with the government. And I wanted to certainly encourage people to be nice to the police. And I know there's some controversy with the feds, around here. And people probably know that Rich Paul was arrested, and then it was posted everywhere that he was asked to wear a wire. I was talking to my father about this, and my father's like, yeah, that's what the FBI should be doing. And whether or not you agree with that, my dad's a pretty good guy, and this is how people feel. So instead of being upset about it, I just try to encourage people to okay, accept the fact that the FBI is the domestic spy agency, and the police enforce these laws. This is what they do. So let's not be surprised and pissed about it. Let's reach out and try to open the lines of communication to try to be diplomatic about things. Because I know quite a few FBI agents from LEAP when I was in law enforcement against prohibition, and these are guys that had a path to figuring out that the government doesn't always help people just like I do. So these guys I think people should be nice to people in law enforcement, even if someone in law enforcement is doing something to you that is going to hurt you, because this is the only reason why I'm here.
Clear error that was made in superior courts.
Why I spend so much time helping people try to assert their legal rights is because people were nice to me. So I think people should be nice to the police. Does anyone have any specific questions? I get probably 5 emails a day from people what do I do? I got a ticket, and I'm I'm getting married. I don't have time, But Darren.
Sometimes police can trigger, I think it's called the endocrine system, what triggers hormones and adrenal gland and all that, and that can be very traumatic. And then there's people asking you questions. How would you suggest controlling yourself and taking, getting a good resolution to a solution when you're basically having your fight or flight response triggered, but you're not able to do either, right? Because if you fly, then there's a problem, and if you fight, there's a problem. So what do you say?
An interesting fact, police officers, when they're off duty and there's a police car behind them, they get nervous. I did. Seriously, it's sort of an ingrained thing about authority. So, being able to overcome your fear of dealing with the government and the police is largely you can overcome it by simply understanding more about how the police operate, what the police legally can do, what they can't do. Obviously, that is very convoluted and takes a long time to understand. But if you go into a situation understanding that this is what's going to happen, okay, they're going to stop me, they're going to ask me a bunch of questions, they're going to sniff the air coming out of my car, they're going to, see if there's any inconsistencies in what I'm saying to try to see if I have any dangerous plants in my car. It's sort of, there's no really easy answer to that because even cops are intimidated, cops that go through the police academy. And So being someone who isn't trained as a law enforcement officer, I mean, it makes perfect sense why that would be something that's hard to get over. But just like repetition, you know, I remember when I first started police work, when you pull someone over, you sort of get like an adrenaline rush because it's like, oh God, this person could kill me, and like this person's stopping because I told them to. You know, like it's just natural reaction. But the only thing that makes it better is just repetition and time and practice and practice. And a couple of people have suggested to me that there should be like we should do like mock car stops just so people get more used to communicating with the police. But there's ways to communicate with the police in these like intimidating situations. There's ways to communicate that are both respectful and assertive of your state and federal rights.
Libertania, The Liberation of Conformia, is a children's book that makes freedom fun. Although, I guess it's already fun. Buy it on Amazon, get it in print, or use it on Kindle. Teaching without preaching, the ideals of freedom to the most important people in your life. Libertania.com